Good morning and welcome to the market forecast. Today is Wednesday, April the 7th. Wednesday's some of my favorite days here at Top Step. We have group coaching today. Next week, we're going to have group coaching as well as market therapy. Market therapy again next week. I'm going to put the link in for group coaching today, and I'll start putting the link in to sign up for market therapy probably later on in the session here this morning. Welcome. My name is John Hoagland. I'm the senior performance coach here at Top Step. As always, thanks for trusting me with your time. There's a lot to discuss this morning, so we're going to jump in. Most importantly, we're always keeping our eye on context of the marketplace, risk management, and staying patient. It's good to see everybody this morning. Already out this morning as far as economic numbers are concerned. 7:30, the trade balance numbers came out. They were a little bit worse than expected. I think we've seen a little bit of a kind of a pullback here in our equities after that number came out. Crude status due out at 9:30 Central Time. 1 o'clock today, of course, the FOMC minutes due out, and there's going to be 4 other talking Feds speaking throughout the day today. So lots to keep an eye on. As far as other news is concerned, U.S. stock futures opening lower after a pretty tight balance yesterday in yesterday's session as well as in the overnight session. It's going to be an interesting session for us today. Lots to think about, wait for, and see how things react. As far as crude is concerned, increasing OPEC supply keeps crude below $60, still consolidating though. API announced a draw of 2.6 million barrels yesterday evening. Today, the EIA is looking for a draw of 1.4 million barrels. It's anybody's guess as to what it's going to come out and how the market's going to react. Always think about trading what you see. We are going to see reactions in the marketplace before you're going to be able to find it in the newsroom. Today, 3 o'clock, our founder and CVO Michael Patak and Dan Hodgman will be putting together a question and answer session. It's going to be a really good one because here is the big announcement. Some of you have probably already seen this in your email. We have a new feature coming out called Coach T. It's going to be out going live in 2 weeks. And it's really just kind of an automated extension of me in the other performance coaches here at Top Step. We're really excited about this. We're always thinking about ways that we can help our traders be successful, and we think this is a really big step in that direction. So don't want to talk too much about it. I know they're going to be talking about it this afternoon, so I'll save that for Dan and Michael, and we will get moving on with the forecast here. So really big announcement. We're really excited about this, and we're going to be, as of course, asking for feedback on different things we can add, different things we can do. Absolutely. Your feedback is of ultimate importance to us here. Make sure you like, share, comment, question, feedback, and heckling are always welcome. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. VIX down a little bit this morning at 17.97. Dollar index dead steady from its settlement yesterday at 92.34. And the 10-year yield hasn't moved very much from yesterday morning. It's 1.66%. Yesterday morning, I think it was 1.68%. So not a big mover in the Treasury yields so far today. All right, have I talked about everything? I think so. Very exciting day here. The link for group coaching is in there. There's still some seats available. We've got some seats left. So come on in. I've got some questions from last week that came in a little too late. I didn't see them before the group session last week. So hopefully if you had a question, you're going to be there because we're going to talk about that today. Ben, signed on 2 minutes too late. What's the announcement? We are announcing the release of Coach T. It's going to be kind of an automated extension of the performance coaching. It's going to be live in the next couple of weeks. Ben, check your email if you take our emails. There was an email that came out about it this morning, and we're really excited about it. As always, looking to find ways to help our traders succeed. Okay, speaking of trading and succeeding, why don't we go ahead and jump into the charts here? I've got, let's see here, 23 minutes to get through. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so as always, we're going to start with the daily in crude oil. Probably maybe not our most popular product here, but just going from left to right. Here's the daily. It's coming into rollover. A week from tomorrow is the scheduled rollover from May to the June contract. The balance that we were in is relatively wide and volatile. There's been some pretty good moves here, although it seems to be somewhat of a random walk. I've been, having some good trades, some bad trades, and I'm always looking for asymmetric opportunities. So the trades that I have been able to find have been pretty substantial, and the losses I've been able to keep them small. Range-bound markets tend to do that for me. I tend to be able to limit risk even greater and find good opportunities. So, level 2 there. I know that's what I said. I'm like, what are they? Am I being replaced by a machine? But the human one-on-one is too important to us and too important to me. I'm not going to let that happen. Trading research. When you sign up for the group coaching, my email should be on that document, and you can send in the questions send in the questions. All right. Okay. So inside extended trading hours. So we've not extended outside yesterday's range on either side. The market kind of falling into balance. Of course, we're looking for EIA information today. Again, the EIA is looking for a 1.4 million barrel draw after the API announced a 2.6 million barrel draw yesterday. We're really kind of caught between supply and demand here. OPEC is upping supply in April and May and June here. But we've got a lot more moving around going on here, so we are just kind of, I guess the only way you can put it is stuck between supply and demand. Which one's going to break first? What's gonna outweigh the others? Really, the longer time frame question. It's all about supply and demand. So we're in the middle of our range bound activity here. We're looking for what we're going to do this morning here. The market really just kind of opening up, looking at yesterday and what happened last night. We didn't really have much overnight inventory to work with this morning, opening kind of in range, but kind of now rejecting that range. It looks as though the opening range is the high of the regular trading hour session. We looked at yesterday, seeing that the opening range was the low of the regular trading hour session, but opening inside of value from the previous day suggests that there's going to be a better trade location as the day goes on. Well, we did see that. It was a tough trade to try and take, but if we did end up short up here, it ended up being a better trade location by the end of the session. So we're going to try and do that again today. We've got maybe a little bit of overnight inventory that is currently reconciling back down towards settlement. I'm going to stay really patient in this market today. You're just kind of looking at the size of the value area, the overlapping to higher value area. We're kind of below that, but where are we really? 58.25 is weekly kickoff low. Yesterday we lost 7,000 in open interest. Do you think maybe some folks were getting out waiting for EIA and API last night? It's quite possible. We didn't really go very far away from settlement. We're back at settlement, so there's really very little change in the perception of value. I'm going to focus on the extremes. I'm going to look for opportunities perhaps near yesterday's high, perhaps near the day before's low, or weekly kickoff low. I'm going to stay patient. We're still kind of short time frame controlled for now, so short time frame levels may become useful for us. On the on the release of the information, the knee-jerk reaction can deeply penetrate some of these areas. So I'm gonna really not trade any knee-jerk reactions from this today, and I'm gonna look for some sort of decision making, looking to work the extremes for some of the possibilities. Those extremes again, kickoff low 58.25, and perhaps up here near yesterday's high. Anything in the middle here, especially before the EIA, I'm going to be patient. Take a look now into the E-mini S&Ps. What a fascinating market this was yesterday. There was so much going on, and there was how do I put this? We're waiting for the FOMC minutes today. So, what are we going to be looking for? We're going to be, let's take a look at the 30-minute first. I mean, the daily. What am I doing here? All right. So we put in another all-time high in regular trading hours yesterday. Didn't really find too much momentum. Volume was okay for upside, but we lost 18,000 in open interest. 1,800 in open interest. Now, the way that the market was acting yesterday and some of the things that we were seeing, we were kind of looking at a potential build of position that just did not come true. So, but basically what happened yesterday was a whole bunch of people got out and a whole bunch of new people got in. It's very difficult to decipher that direction. And now we're basically range bound for the day so far. We've got an inside day and extended trading hours. There's the upside momentum starting to show a little bit of a crack in its potential to continue to move higher. Well, these moving averages now holding above price can be a sign of that. Let's see here. Open interest, yeah, it was a kind of a disappointing day. At all-time highs, we lost just 1,800. We'd be looking for a big boost or a big draw, of people maybe taking some profits. So I think we're really just kind of in a holding pattern here overall. It's hard to buy up here. It's also hard to sell. So that just tells me I'm going to stay patient. I'm going to look for opportunities as the day goes on here. Now, here is settlement is right here. 40.64 even. Most of the evening we just kind of bounced around it. Now we had a little bit of a push to the downside below yesterday's range, a little consolidation area here. The market seems to be coming back into range and back towards value. It's very difficult to know. Here's our all-time high, which was in the regular trading hour session, and it's also not a very strong high. There's no real excess at the high here. So that tells us there's the upside auction hasn't finished itself yet. There's no excess up here. If there is, it's very small. There's also lots of holes down below. So what are we looking for here? Well, overnight low, overnight high are going to be interesting. If we got a little bit too short here, it looks like we're winding back to settlement. And inside range and inside value, typically I'm going to be looking for an opportunity as the day goes on. I'm not going to go looking for opportunities today. I'm going to make the opportunities come to me. Nasdaq. Nasdaq is really kind of magnetic now towards that weekly kickoff high. We had some pretty decent volume yesterday, attempting to close above it, which we did not. Open interest increasing is encouraging, but a little bit small. Estimated additional 1,000 contracts of open interest at the high here, not the all-time high, but a recent high. Seeing maybe perhaps a little bit of a relief break here. Again, inside extended trading hours, we're largely in balance up here. 30-minute chart. Settlement just below that weekly kickoff high, 1743 even. Settlement, put that on your charts. Taking a look below yesterday's range and value, not finding anything here before the open. No overnight inventory. Doesn't look like there's going to be a gap. That screams to me, stay patient. Gold. Pretty decent opportunity for us in gold here this morning. But again, inside day, inside extended trading hour range, short time frame control. We talked about this being a sticky area here. Well, we're in the sticky area now. Volume seems to be slowing as we get closer to weekly kickoff high. Big boost in open interest on this move up yesterday, which is encouraging for continuation. We added 7,400 contracts yesterday in an upside move close to a point of inflection. Again, we're getting a little bit of a relief break today, this morning. Maybe. How's that going to end up? Take a look at the 30-minute chart. So settlement is up here, 1743 even. Again, put that on your charts. We've got maybe some overnight shorts in this market, and when the market opened up, it did not continue to bring sellers into the marketplace. So we saw kind of an inventory adjustment back to the upside. Where does it take us? It takes us in range and in value. There are a couple of kind of weak lows indicating that the downside auction maybe hasn't necessarily completed. We've also got a bit of a weak high here. Not a lot of excess here. Not a lot of excess here. No excess down here. If we're going to head lower, this is going to be a visual area, 1723 even, for the market to try and reach, because again, there's no completion to the downside auction in this bottom here. We're looking for excess. We're looking for a long shadow or something to tell us that the downside auction is over and the upside auction can continue, which it has, but there's always that weak low hanging out down there. And if we can't accept inside of value from yesterday, we may start to see this market head towards that direction. Value area, special situation. We opened below range in value or at the low of range, below value. If we reaccept inside of value from yesterday, there's a probability that states that if that does occur, if reacceptance does occur, and again, that's a subjective term, then there's a probability that the market by the end of the session could trade all the way to the other side of the value area. It could be a pretty decent opportunity. All right, going to go into the euro quickly here, and so we had a breakout above our weekly kickoff level, which was 1.1846, on good volume, good increase in volume yesterday, and an open interest increase of 2,700. Again, estimated, but it's going to be pretty close to that, if not right on it. So that says that the upside auction has broken out to the upside in a healthy way. I'm looking for more continuation in this market to the upside. The dollar's not really moving very much, at least so far today. Potential for a downside market state break. Where are our trend lines? We might be kind of flirting with a potential change in direction or a way to fall into balance in a previous area of balance. Take a look at the 30-minute chart. Gap rules. Did we close the gap yet? It looks pretty close. Don't think so. But here's settlement. 118.87 and a half ticks. 118.87 and a half ticks. Haven't closed the gap just yet. We holding some longs here. If we can't close the gap, what does that tell us? If we can't close the gap, we look for opportunities to go in the direction of the gap, which could push us higher. We get back into range and back into value. This is another possible value special play. If we reaccept inside of value from yesterday, that could take us lower. So as long as we can't fill the gap, we're looking for opportunities to buy weakness. If we get back into range and accept inside of value, we're looking for a move back to the low of value. And the 10-year. Okay, upside volume higher, not tremendous, but a little bit higher. We did add 15,000 in open interest on this bounce away from an important inflection level like the weekly kickoff low here. Support at the previous balance area high. So our overnight low kind of holding above this 4-day, 5-day balance area. I'm going to be looking for support if I'm going to be looking for buys in that. The yields have not been moving very much, so we're probably going to be a little bit slow and patient in our opportunities here this morning and into the day. Here's the 30-minute chart. And we kind of opened with a gap. We closed the gap quickly if there even was one. Doesn't really look like there was one. So we're spending time inside of value from yesterday. The longer we spend in time inside value from yesterday, the more yesterday's area of value will be accepted, and we may see a pullback back down to the value area low here, which is 131.14 and a half ticks. So it's kind of what we're looking at here this morning. As always, it's a good idea to stay patient, wait for the right opportunities, and if you miss something, it's okay. We're gonna miss some trades from time to time. Sometimes missing one of those trades can be a blessing, and so I'm excited about coaching today. I'm excited about Coach T today. I'm excited about the opportunity to have Michael Patak come on and answer questions and have a conversation with our good friend Dan. I'm assuming because they're going to be doing that at 3 o'clock this afternoon. There will be no recap, but this will be one that you don't want to miss. I did not get the opportunity to say good morning to everybody. I want to do that. Brian D, first in the room, you win the prize. Joseph, good morning. Ralph, Murph, rainy, miserable outside by you today. So far, we're in good shape. Awesome day inside. Great day to be in the markets. Absolutely. Murph, I've taken a good look at your question, and hopefully we're going to have a good conversation in the group coaching session today. Hello, Felix. Good to see you. My brother, Rick. Good to see you. James, Jane, JD. Good to see you. Bill, Level 2. Will, Nick, Shady, and Ednelson. Good to see you. Rob T. Cesar. Adam, good morning. Richie, George, Theo, good morning. Danny Ireland, good morning. John, I'm out in Hinsdale. Would love to buy you a beer and a slice. Boy, we'll have to work on that, Danny. Sounds like a good idea. And especially on a day like today, right? It's a nice day outside. Kevin, good morning. Oleg, Angelina, Trading Research, Mike Marianis, the chef is in the room. Buenos Wednesday, Jason. Melanie, good morning. Vicky, good morning. Looking at... NQ looking at a good buy now, eh? Well, never know. Edward, Ashton, Murph, looking forward to Coach T. Yes, Joshua, good morning. Ben, Tactic, good morning. Trading Research, where are questions to be sent? For group coaching today, you get my email when you sign up. Send me that question, or you can just ask it during the session. I try and get to everybody. So they replaced my dad with an algorithm. How rude. That's so funny. Wait till I show my kids that. So I somehow did well yesterday. Always good. Uncle Hogue cannot be... Very nice of you to say, Shady. Clarence, Troy, that would be Coach J. There you go. Michael H. Pit traders can get a break in this world. Let's do a petition to block. It seems the favorable thing to do these days. I'm sure Lacey will sign in. Yes. Are there any Fed talking during trading hours today? Yes, there are 4 exactly when they are trading. Let me see if I can find that out. And you still got a little bit of time here. Charles Evans, 8 o'clock this morning, already speaking. Robert Kaplan, 10 p.m. Central. Thomas Barkin, 11 p.m. Central. Mary Daly speaks at 1 p.m. Central, the same time the FOMC minutes come out. Yes, Mr. Powell does speak tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central Time. You always have good stuff on my questions. Thank you very much for that. No problem, Ram. No problem, Murph. Hello, good morning, Ram. Chris, Jose, Edward. Yep, speaks tomorrow. Posted some analysis yesterday in Discord. If you get a sec today, I would love if you can provide some constructive criticism. Man, I've been trying to get into and answer some of the questions in that Discord channel. It's just been a busy week. I will see what I can do for it today. Edward, Evans spoke already this morning, Barkin later. There you go. You guys are helping each other here. I just love that. How did you ultimately solve the charts problem? Trading Research. So the production software and the charts are on 2 different computers. The computers speak to each other through Wi-Fi. And so what I did is I just started restarting the program on the charts computer before opening the production software, and that seems to have solved the problem. So just every morning I start up the program on the charts computer, and we've had no problem since. So I think I've exercised the gremlin. Now that I've said that, we're going to have problems again, but that's on me. Shady trader. All right. Let's take our deep breath. I did it. We've got about 3 minutes before the equity open. Stay humble, grateful, and creative today. Stay patient. Look for those good opportunities. Always be thinking about the context of the market. Where is it? What is it doing? How good of a job is it doing getting there? Think about risk management. Can I get a trade closer to point of invalidation? Asymmetric opportunities, little risks, big rewards. That's what we're looking for. Get out there and profit today. I'll see you at group coaching. I'll see you at 3 o'clock for the interview with Michael Patak. And I will be back with you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Thursday. Market forecast, 8 a.m. See you then. Trade well. Get out there and profit today.